driving over to Ben's place right now. He's got some calves we need to revac because they are breaking health-wise on him. This fall weather is always a problem this time of year. But anyways, yeah, we're heading over to Ben's.
Get it for the vaccine already?
Yep.
So what are we doing here, Ben?
We're re-vaccinating with a modified live vaccine, Boveshow Gold 5, and I'm just taking temperatures because these guys look like they look to me like some of them were getting sick. Anything that's running a higher temp, I'm gonna treat them with antibiotic, Exceed, and then rest for.
So this is antibiotic you're giving them, but you give this behind the ear. You want to explain why you do that?
No, it's just a more direct route to the lungs. Exceed's your fastest antibiotic to get into the lungs. And the most direct route for this antibiotic is in the ball of the ear, the little soft spot where the ear connects to the head. And you just angle it towards the opposite eye. Now I'm going to give her a rest for. Should help keep her eating.
What's the normal temperature for these calves, Ben?
101.5. They're going to be a little elevated anyway, because you got them in a squeeze sheet, so they're, you know, excited and nervous.
Come on.
If they get up like above on the high 103s to 104, I'll treat them with Exceed, and then if they get above 105, I'll give them a little rest for with the Exceed. She's 102.7. That's pretty understandable. Six. I'll give her a little. Ever, you'll see I got one with mycoplasma in here too.
Really?
Yeah. Ever battled that last year.
So these are sale barn calves, obviously.
Yeah.
You want to explain to those who don't know why they're getting sick on us?
Well, they don't go through a proper weaning and vaccination process before they get sold. So they get sold as what we call naive calves, vulnerable to a lot of different diseases, and then they're commingled, which just means they're not from one place. We've got like 53 head in here, and that might come from 5 to 10 different places, maybe. A lot of small cow herds in this area. So, guys that are doing it as a hobby or whatever, they all bring different diseases. Their immune system hasn't been set up to handle it because they haven't been vaccinated. They just get pulled off of mom. Proper weaning is to have 2 rounds of modified live vaccine through wormed and, you know, off their mother for 45 days, preferably 60 days.
All right.
That's proper weaning. None of these guys probably had that. They're naive and commingled, but it does make them a little cheaper to buy, and you can add quick value to them by putting them through a proper weaning to set them up to go somewhere else, like a feed yard. This time of year, they'll be going to a feed yard or a wheat pasture.
And of course, we run into a lot more health problems this time of year with this kind of weather.
That's right.
These temps.
It goes from 40-something at night to 70-something during the daytime. It's just hard on their immune system. If it just gets cold and stays cold or stays warm, you don't have those kind of problems. But in the fall and in the spring, you get big swings in temperature in our area. We have more trouble out of fall calves because a lot of these were born in the spring or late winter. So they never really have experienced these cooler temps. They've been in some pretty good weather. They might experience cooler temps right when they were born, but they were on their mother and nursing, so it wasn't stressing them out. Whereas like when you buy spring calves at this same weight, they've made it through the winter, so they're a little more set up. Last one? Yeah. Cap we've been looking for.
2, 3. You guys will do just fine. Yeah. Come on. You want to explain what we're doing today, Ben?
Yeah, we're rebacking calves. It's kind of an earlier revac. It's like a 2-week revac. I usually do like a 3-week revac, but I'm having some health problems in this group. Just trying to get a revac to kind of bolster their immune system a little bit, and then I'm gonna give antibiotics. I haven't really decided. I'm gonna take the rectal temperature of all of them, or some of them, in the beginning here, and see if whether I want to give antibiotic to each calf or not. This was homemade by a guy that we contract out starting calves with. He starts them for us. We own the calves, we don't own the barn and the facility, so he put this out homemade years ago. It works pretty well for what it is, but it can be a little on the slower side.
Also, what's the average weight?
Probably around 460 to 470, somewhere in there.
It's 76 head, so we'll get after it. I'm gonna watch, pretty much.
This is the labor-intensive side of the job for sure, and it's not a job you can do everywhere. I'm not saying there's none of this opportunity, but a lot less of this opportunity. Like take like Nebraska for example. You're not gonna be a background in Nebraska.
Yeah.
Just like our ranch calves, like they don't need a backgrounder.
Right.
Like, so it takes kind of mismanaged cattle.
Right. This just isn't cattle country. It's not. There's not the kind of education about
That's right.
the right practices and
even just practicality, like
yeah,
second jobs, like
they can't devote all their time to running the cow herd the best possible.
That's right. So it lends itself to what we're doing, and then we're in an area where it's hard to run big cow herds. Like my margins are much better on my calves than on my cow herd. But they come twice a year.
Right. This is kind of, it's steady income.
Yeah.
You constantly
helps you pay bills in between.
Yeah.
Pay help in between and pay yourself in between. So it's a good supplement to a cow-calf operation.
Yeah.
And heck, you can background full time. I mean, it doesn't need to be supplement income. It's sort of supplement to us. Probably make just as much income off these guys as we do the cow herd. We just do 3 or 4 times more of these calves than we do out of our cow herd, essentially.
Hey. Come on. Shh. guys, we are finishing up with the calves on this side, and we're gonna do the other side. We ran out of coffee though. That's not okay. Ben, we need a coffee machine at this barn. I expect that by next time.
Call OSHA.
Call OSHA. Okay.
It makes you more efficient, so kind of, yeah, I would be happy to do that. Yeah. Here, buddy. Yeah.
Have you noticed just how tall Bruce says how red it is?
Now.
I think I brought it to the fire department office to put my nose in it. It's terrible. So red.
All right, Ben, what's your catchphrase?
Cap we've been looking for all day.
Yeah. Last one.
Then done the last one, right?
Yes, the last one.
Should have started with this one.
Things always get crazy when you turn the camera off.
Yeah, you didn't have the camera on?
No.